Public input is being requested for a new civil rights memorial in East Alabama. Patients in need of urgent care have a new place to seek treatment, and it's located in a former emergency room. And another student has been charged with making threats at a local school.
Helene is headed our way, and that means major changes coming to East Alabama. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
We had a lot of action in volleyball last night. I'll get you caught up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards. Mike Stedham has the evening off. How should Anniston memorialize the bus burning that drew the world's attention during the civil rights movement? That's the question being asked by the National Park Service as it holds meetings this week with area residents. Officials have drafted several ideas for the memorial, but the project is still in the early planning stages and will be modified by the public response. Dr. Rolando Hertz, who serves as superintendent for the civil rights monuments in Anniston and Birmingham, says they have prepared 4 concepts for the citizens of Anniston to consider.
And we really want to hear from the public what they think of the plan. So basically, it's their opportunity to weigh in on how this history is interpreted, how this story is told. And we think that is so very important as we always look at connecting the past to the present. So this is that present opportunity to commemorate this important history.
Hertz says the comment period will remain open through October 10th. Those unable to make this week's public meetings can view all of the proposals and make comments at the Park Service's website. That's parkplanning.nps.gov. Go to the site and look for the FRRI bus burning plan. Hertz says the public input is critical because the monument should relate to current conditions as well as the historic record.
A lot of what we can learn from past events we can apply today with what is happening now. And so I think it's such an important educational opportunity as well as commemorative opportunity, particularly for folks here in the Anniston community.
When we return, a new urgent care clinic opened its doors this morning.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
When RMC officials announced this summer that they were closing the emergency department at Stringfellow Hospital, they promised it would be replaced with an urgent care clinic. This morning, Southern Immediate Care cut the ribbon for its new location at Stringfellow. The clinic will be open from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week, offering urgent care for patients of all ages, including pediatric services for children. The clinic services include urgent care for non-life-threatening injuries, on-site x-rays for immediate injury assessment, annual sports and work physicals, and lab testing, including blood work, drug testing, flu, strep, COVID-19, and more. The Anniston Police Foundation's charity golf tournament raised $5,000 this year for the Anniston Youth Empowerment Fund. The foundation was created to help support the Anniston Police Department and its charitable efforts throughout the community. This volunteer organization serves without pay to ensure that every dollar raised is given back to the community. When we return, another middle school student is accused of making online threats.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Sylacauga police have arrested a 12-year-old female student of Nichols Lawson Middle School and charged her with making terrorist threats in the first degree. Investigators say the threat was made from an electronic device owned by the juvenile. She was taken to the Coosa Valley Detention Center in Anniston, where she will make her first court appearance. In a separate case, the Sylacauga Police Department's Investigation Division is working with the FBI and other agencies to arrest the person or persons responsible for recent threats made to Sylacauga High School. Chief Investigator Willis Watley says the department takes each threat to the school system seriously and will use every resource available to make sure those responsible are punished. The department will remain increased patrols at all schools in reference to the recent threats. Well, we had a beautiful, almost summer-like day today. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us what we can expect tomorrow. John?
Katie, we're not going to see a day like today for quite some time. Huge changes coming, lots of wind and lots of rain headed to East Alabama. We'll break down the forecast details next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
It was another hot late September day across East Alabama. Temperatures once again hitting 90 degrees this afternoon, well above the average this morning. 69, again, well above the average. Record high temperature 97 degrees, not too far away from that. A long way away from our record low of 37. The sun setting tonight at 6:37 and the sun rising on your Wednesday morning at 6:34. Tuesday night, weather on your street. This is going to be the last dry night we're going to have for a while. Rain begins overnight tonight. The evening hours are going to be dry for the most part, but late tonight, after midnight, after perhaps 1 a.m. in the morning, down on Friendship Road in Oxford, the rainfall will begin. This is not associated with Helene. This is a surface cold front that's making its way in from northwest Alabama that will trigger the rain overnight. It's going to be very warm and muggy tonight, 68 for the low. Coming up tomorrow, again, not because of Helene, but because of that cold front that's coming overnight tonight. We're going to be dealing with showers and storms throughout the day on Gallant Road and Attala tomorrow. 79 for the high. Again, with all the rain and cloud cover in place, it is going to be on the cooler side temperature-wise, but we are going to be very, very warm and muggy. The humidity is going to be off the charts for the next 3 or 4 days across East Alabama. As we look ahead to the rest of the week coming up, the effects of Helene will be the big story, especially Thursday night into the day on Friday on Joseph Springs Motorway in White Plains. Here's the deal. In East Alabama, the further east you go toward the Georgia line, the greater the effects will be. If you go further west down I-20, the effects will be less. We do expect tons of rainfall and wind, but the highest rainfall amounts and the highest wind will be the further east you go toward the Georgia border. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s for highs the rest of the week. But keep in mind, even though we have cooler temperatures, the humidity and dew point values are going to be sky high with all the tropical moisture coming in. Here's that all-important 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. A 90% chance of rain tomorrow. That's from the cold front. A 90% 90% chance of rain Thursday. That is from Helene. A 1 in 3 chance of a shower on Friday. This will be mainly in the morning on Friday. Probably going to be raining as you head out to work and school. Then sunshine perhaps by the afternoon. High temperatures holding in the 70s on all 3 of those days. Nighttime lows will continue to be in the 60s. Throughout this entire period, we're going to be dealing with very muggy and humid conditions as well. Finally, a break from all of this by Friday night. Saturday looks like to be the best day weather-wise coming up of the next several days. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will be up into the low 80s. Nighttime lows in the low 60s. Very pleasant for the weekend. Small chance of shower Sunday and Monday. Sunday about a 20% chance. Same way on Monday. Highs again, upper 70s, lower 80s. Another front comes our way by Tuesday of next week, bringing more good rain chances with highs again holding in the 70s all across East Alabama. Let's take a look at the latest of what we can expect here in East Alabama from what is now Tropical Storm Helene. As you can see here, this is going to be a hurricane by tomorrow, going to be a major hurricane by Thursday afternoon, making landfall somewhere in the Florida Panhandle, probably more toward the Big Bend than back over into the areas that we think about in the Florida Panhandle, like Panama City and Destin. This will be a little bit to the east of there, then curving up into Georgia. We could still be looking at a Category 1 hurricane, certainly a tropical storm as far north as Atlanta. So what's that going to do for us as that moves northward? The tornadoes will be on the east side of that, so we don't have to worry about that. But we could have wind gusts 35 to 40 miles per hour here in East Alabama. Heavy rainfall. That perhaps will be the big story here in East Alabama. We could be looking at 4 to 6 inches of rainfall. Pretty common, pretty widespread across Etowah, Calhoun, Cleburne counties, maybe even some amounts higher than that as well. It is going to be a rough time beginning after midnight tonight and lasting till about lunchtime on Friday. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. with your Wednesday weather at a glance, and right back here tomorrow night for EAN Local News as we will detail the weather forecast and what to expect for here in East Alabama. That's coming up tomorrow evening.
Last night, the Oxford Lady Yellow Jackets made a statement as we're nearing the Calhoun County Volleyball Tournament. Last night, the Yellow Jackets were at Alexandria as they competed in a quad match hosted by the Valley Cubs. Oxford was voted as a unanimous 2 seed for this year's county tournament, but made strides to prove that maybe they should be considered as the 1 seed next week. The Yellow Jackets defeated Faith Christian 25-8 and 25-16. They also took down the Pleasant Valley Raiders 25-19 and 25-16 before shutting down the Valley Cubs 25-22 and 26-24. Let's take a look at some notable players for the Oxford Yellow Jackets last night. Peyton Brooks had 65 assists and 24 digs on the night. Ava Thomas, 29 kills and 16 digs. It was also a big night for Dalen Bozeman with 15 kills, and Millie Prince also had 17 kills for the Yellow Jackets, finishing out the night. Also, Erilyn Poole had 32 digs. Staying with the same quad match from last night, the Valley Cubs also had a big night on the court. Alexandria would go on to win 2 of their 3 matchups last night. The Valley Cubs had an impressive win over Faith Christian 25-12 and 25-15, followed by defeating the Pleasant Valley Raiders 25-10 and 25-16. The Valley Cubs' McKinley Cooper had 12 kills, 6 digs, 3 blocks, and 3 aces on the night. Also, Aaron Spradley had 26 kills, 2 assists, 7 digs, 3 blocks, and 1 ace. We had several other East Alabama teams in action last night. The White Plains Wildcats had a big 4A region, Area 12, win over Cherokee County and Anniston last night. The Wildcats defeated the Warriors in 4 sets, 14-25, 25-23, 25-17, and 25-21. Also, the Wildcats defeated Anniston 25-5 and 25-3 and 25-7. Donahoe took down Sax in a Class 3A Area 9 matchup, 25-11, 25-6, and 25-6 again. It was also Westbrook Christian over the Piedmont Bulldogs last night, 25-22, 25-15, and 25-20. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's head back over to Katie.
Thanks for for the update, Jordan, and thank you for watching today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, our website, and now on Rumble. Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Wednesday for your news on your schedule.